Hold on tight, the internal strife within the Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn and hold on to your hats, because the political landscape of the Labour Party is about to get a whole lot more turbulent. Recent events have thrown the party into what can only be described as a full-scale civil war. Keir Starmer, the party leader, has just fired his deputy, Angela Rayner, following disappointing local election results. This shocking move has left the Labour Party in complete disarray, and the fallout is palpable. A shocking dismissal. Starmer's abrupt decision to axe Rayner from her role as party chair comes amidst a backdrop of significant electoral losses. The Labour Party suffered setbacks in councils across England and notably lost a key by-election in Hartlepool. Starmer has accepted full responsibility for these defeats, but former Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell has taken to Twitter, declaring Starmer's actions cowardly and an evasion of accountability. Rather, he is now using everyone else as a scapegoat except himself, McDonnell tweeted, capturing the sentiments of many disenchanted party members. Rayner's dismissal has sparked open criticism from senior party officials, particularly those on the left who are openly attacking Starmer. "It's a clown show," one former frontbencher was quoted saying, criticising Starmer for shifting the blame onto Rayner, who has been repeatedly sidelined in leadership roles. The tensions heat up, but the drama doesn't stop at personnel changes. The party's internal struggles extend to crucial policy debates regarding workers' rights. Rayner has been an advocate for radical reforms, aimed at ensuring that all employees receive equal rights from the very start of their employment. This includes paid parental leave, sick leave, and protection against wrongful termination. However, Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds is pushing for a 9-month delay before these rights are enacted. This divide not only illustrates the ideological rift within the Labour Party, but also raises concerns about the potential impact on the economy. The disparity in opinion is telling. Companies warn that such radical reforms could hinder recruitment efforts. One insider likened the proposed policy changes to using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. With Rayner advocating for immediate rights, the tension between her and Reynolds is likely to intensify, especially as the Labour Party is now under immense pressure to deliver on its promises to reform workers' rights. A countdown to unity. Adding to the pressure is the fact that Labour leader Starmer promised to pass historic workers' rights reforms within his first 100 days in power. However, with just weeks remaining before the deadline, the disagreements between Rayner and Reynolds remain unresolved. While both ministers are reportedly friends, the growing ideological divide could lead to a public showdown that may further fracture the party. Even more embarrassing for Starmer, as Rishi Sunak and the Conservative Party face their own internal struggles, the Labour Party's ability to unite around a common goal appears increasingly tenuous. Political commentator Nigel Farage hit the nail on the head during a recent TV debate, suggesting that Rayner might be the true leader of the Labour Party, at least when it comes to connecting with the public. "At least she's got some personality," he remarked, referencing Rayner's newfound influence since being cleared of accusations of tax evasion. Rayner's resurgence. Rayner's rise in power has come with notable changes. Following her exoneration, she has become a central figure in the Labour Party's revolt against Starmer, forcing him to backtrack on plans that would have prevented Jeremy Corbyn's allies from standing for election. This power shift within the party has placed Rayner in the spotlight, and her insistence on maintaining the party's pro-nuclear stance has become a point of contention. Her previous vote against Trident in 2016 is now under scrutiny, as she attempts to walk a tightrope between party unity and ideological integrity. The future of the Labour Party. The Labour Party is at a crossroads, and it is increasingly clear that the next election could serve as a litmus test for its internal dynamics. With the Conservatives appearing weak and internally conflicted, the Labour Party could be poised for a significant victory. However, the real battle may be within its ranks. Sources within the upper echelons of the civil service predict that Starmer could secure a significant majority, but this might open the door to challenges from within, particularly from Rayner. As Starmer navigates the choppy waters of leadership, the potential for internal resistance to surface is high. Observers are already noting the parallels to past Labour conflicts that emerged during the Blair years, particularly the rift between the Blairites and Brownites. As Rayner continues to assert her influence, the Labour Party's ability to unite will be tested. The impending civil war. The current atmosphere in the Labour Party is reminiscent of a brewing storm, with factions emerging and ideological divides deepening. As moderate One Nation Tories increasingly accuse their fellow party members of hard-right extremism and even fascism, the potential for a civil war within the Conservative Party post-election looms large. Starmer's leadership, once seen as a stabilising force, may be more fragile than it appears. He faces the monumental task of keeping a party filled with diverse viewpoints united, while also addressing the pressing issues that will confront any incoming administration. With major decisions regarding public expenditure looming and a growing demand for action against child poverty, Starmer will need to navigate a complex web of party politics and public expectation. The political game. As the clock ticks down on Starmer's 100-day promise, the internal conflict shows no signs of abating. Rayner, once on the fringes, has solidified her role as a key player in the Labour Party's future. Her alignment with the party's left-wing faction positions her as a potential challenger to Starmer's authority. The upcoming days will determine whether she can convert her influence into a broader movement within the party, or if Starmer can maintain control amidst the brewing chaos. Rayner versus Starmer. The clash of ideologies. In the midst of this political theatre, the stark differences between Rayner's and Starmer's ideologies come to the forefront. Rayner's push for immediate workers' rights highlights a fundamental question. Should the Labour Party remain a champion for the working class, or should it adapt to more centrist, business-friendly policies in order to secure a broader electoral base? This ideological clash is not merely academic. It has real-world implications for the party's future. The Labour Party has historically prided itself on representing the interests of workers, yet the pressure to appease business interests in a post-Brexit economy is mounting. The question that looms large is whether the party will sacrifice its foundational principles in pursuit of political expediency. The fallout of leadership decisions. Starmer's leadership style has been scrutinised since he took the helm, and his decision to fire Rayner will likely be seen as either a pivotal moment of strength or a glaring weakness. The internal strife can lead to a fracturing of the party's unity, making it vulnerable to attacks from the Conservative Party, who will undoubtedly capitalise on any perception of instability within Labour. As the Labour Party prepares for future elections, the stakes are high. The political landscape is rife with uncertainty, and the party's ability to navigate these turbulent waters will be tested in the months to come. The power of public perception. Ultimately, the fate of the Labour Party may hinge on public perception. Rayner's newfound influence and Starmer's controversial leadership decisions are already drawing the attention of the electorate. The question of who truly represents the voice of the people will become increasingly critical as the party approaches its next electoral challenge. While Starmer's leadership promises a more measured approach to governance, Rayner's rise signifies a desire for bold, transformative change. As the public's appetite for change grows, the Labour Party will have to determine which direction it will take. The path chosen may well dictate its electoral fortunes for years to come. The political landscape ahead. As we look to the future, the Labour Party finds itself at a crossroads with the potential for both significant reform and dangerous division. The upcoming weeks will be crucial as internal tensions continue to simmer and the public watches closely. Will Keir Starmer emerge as a unifying leader, Or will Angela Rayner's rise signal a new era for the party? A call to action. So, what do you think? Will the Labour Party unite and rise to the occasion, or will it succumb to its internal battles? The stakes have never been higher, and the answers to these questions could reshape the future of British politics. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into British politics. Until next time, stay tuned and keep your eyes on the unfolding drama within the Labour Party.